This gorilla gave this finger to the Rock after pretending to die, following the defeat of the mutated wolf and crocodile. He also made hand signals toward the Rock and his female companion, humorously suggesting they should do something to strengthen their relationship, believing they'd make a perfect couple. We can conclude that this rare primate has intelligence almost equal to humans. At the end of the battle, we also see him rescuing someone trapped in a destroyed building. The crucial moment was when he fought against opponents significantly larger than himself, yet still managed to defeat them. Initially, when facing the crocodile, he fled after hearing its deafening roar. However, using his intelligence, George grabbed a part of a crane and used it to strike Lizzie, the crocodile, in the face. Ralph, the wolf who was slightly larger, was actually easy enough to throw around, but it turned out he could glide. Uncle Rock then began firing at Ralph, forcing Ralph to retreat and prepare for a counterattack against the Rock. However, this was merely a decoy, as Lizzie suddenly appeared from behind, biting Ralph instead. Ultimately, Ralph was devoured by Lizzie. Afterward, the Rock fired a grenade launcher at the giant crocodile, but it had no effect. George came to help, but ended up nearly dying himself after being thrown around violently by Lizzie. The Rock, while running, noticed an opening resembling gills behind the giant crocodile's ear and threw a bomb into it. Lizzie was temporarily knocked down, but soon rose again. She swung her tail at the Rock, but George heroically intercepted the attack. George was then thrown and impaled by a sharp metal rod. The Rock then used a heavy machine gun from a damaged helicopter to distract Lizzie from attacking George, followed by a missile strike, which again had no effect. Yet, this distraction bought time for the gorilla to formulate a plan. When the Rock found himself cornered, pinned down, and nearly eaten by Lizzie's enormous teeth, George leaped from above, wielding the same metal rod that previously impaled him, and thrust it deep into the giant crocodile's eye. Lizzie finally stopped moving, and the albino gorilla began his dramatic acting, pretending to be weak, feigning collapse, and even faking his last breath.